to another process video. Let's go inside the craft room and see what I've been making this week. Here's young Freddie, ready to rock and roll. Mattress still hasn't gone, hopefully going on Friday. What are we up to today? Let's have fun with the jelly plate. Not a tutorial, just my process, just what I do. I'm a very beginner. Flo, what are you up to? Oh, you're doing more, oh, whoopsie, sorry, wobbly. You're doing more watercolour. That's fantastic. I have tidied up, but of course, yes, there's still scaffolding here. It's seasoning the wood. It seems a shame to keep it outside. We've made, coffee tables. I think Sam's got plans to make shelves, so it'll live in here until we use it. Putting my apron on. I obviously plan to make a mess. I tidied up some of my painty papers. It's a recipe folder that I got from my mum. So, but what have I written here? Painty paper ready to use, washi tape that I'm making. I've got drop papers. I've got different things I've stored in there. So that's really handy. And I have a category that this one says ready to use. Did I just say that? And this category is ready to print on. So these are ones that need a little bit more. So I'm going to put those here. So I've got papers ready, paint. I can use some more of those. Jelly prints, jelly rolls. I cleaned with alcohol wipe my jelly plates, and I seasoned, rubbed in mineral oil yesterday. You can use baby oil, but this is what we had from making chopping boards, because this is food safe mineral oil. I say I'm a beginner. I'm not. I've been doing the jelly plate for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. But I do watch, linked below, amazing people doing jelly plate. And I just seem to stay at a certain level. I think I don't want to think about what I maybe learn. When I get to the jelly plate, I just want to play. So there's no right or wrong way. You do you. Without further ado, let's put some paint down. I have no plan, no thoughts. I think you can put too much paint on. Oh gosh, this is going to be nice and seasidey. Of course, it depends what part of the world you're in. The paint dries really quickly. Oh wow. For a jelly plate, I think that's quite a lot of paint. What I'll do is I'll put some on the little one as well. This big one's going to go and live at Julia's. I don't think I need 2, but I'll use them today. This is roll-off, and I'm going to, got some roll-off paper in an old book. This is gorgeous. You can make lovely backgrounds, Right, I have got here some homemade printing tools. Let me just, while the paint is wet, I'll explain what that is in a minute. Let's do some let's do some of my heart bubble wrap on here. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm enjoying this already. There's many different ways to use. You can do some amazing mono prints with the Gelli plate. Let's see if there's any more on there. Let's just, I should have explained these before I got them on the plate. Let me just, oh, lovely. Wonderful. Let's just get a nice piece of paper. This is from my veg box. Oh, rub that down. And let's get some tissue paper. And there's another little bit there. I'll just put the corner on there. This is an envelope from Esther that I'm decorating. I particularly like the inside. Ooh, lovely. Lovely. I'll show you what I'm doing with those in a minute. You can see I'm reaching over there. Oh, lovely. I've just got colour on there and I'm going to be adding to that later. Much more on the plate here. So let me just get some more paper. Just scrap papers here. Oh, lovely. Lovely colours. Lovely colours, and that would be beautiful to add to. A beautiful summer. Beautiful summer. Here's some index cards here. If you're doing the index card a day, it's nice to have some backgrounds made, or I think these make nice. It's just got some texture. I think they make nice. More tissue paper, all a bit torn up, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be torn anyway. Oh, didn't I put a lot of paint on there? Learn as you go along. I think my thing is, I say learn as you go along, and then, I don't know, I get to it again and I just start playing. Do I learn? I don't know. Yeah, we do. Oh, I love the tissue paper because it's all crinkly. Oh, lovely. Wonderful. That's just a start. Oh, loving that. These are just a start. I'm doing Gelli plating here because I know that some people have just started, and this is to say, it's to encourage you to not say, oh, I can't Gelli plate, because I'm hoping that by me doing it that you're thinking, oh, okay, so yeah. Let me show you while those dry, and this blue dries, I'll pick it up as a different layer. This one, is there more paint on there? Let's just see. No. This one, it's just a piece of cardboard. I think in America you call it chipboard. And on here, it's just a texture. And these are the little bits that when I'm carving stamps, these are the little bits of, I suppose it's vinyl that are left, plastic that are left from the eraser. That was Maljoy's idea. She does this. So that was that one. And what was the other one I used? Oh, this is a polystyrene pizza base. Most of the time they come on cardboard now, which I think is better. But it's lovely if you get some polystyrene just to make some shapes. It's like I'm pegging out my washing. I did get the washing area next to me. And so there's a close-up of this one. And I will just peg it on. I don't know whether I can do that one-handed. Let's see, can I? Yes. we'll hopefully by the end of the morning have that full. I had a little sort out and I've got a tub full of goodies that I'll pull out and show you as we go through. Quite a lot of them are things that are made or upcycled. Let me go through some of these. These are prints that I'd already done. I just got out of that book, so they just need more added to them. So let's put some paint down. Let's go with that blue. Let's go with a little bit of orange. I'm not going to put as much paint down this time. Let's try that. That might not be enough. Life's a learning curve. And then you find you lose your roller under things. Here we are. Mix that into a nice orangey colour. Let's just put a little bit of white on there. See if I can get that moving a bit. Sometimes your paints get a bit dry, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not using that as an excuse. There we are. I'll roll that off quickly. That makes a nice colour. And let's choose something out of here, shall we? I've got some more polystyrene. Just let's make some marks on here. Marks on the blue. Oh, lovely. Lovely. So yes, I'm using it more as a place to store the paint. But then I can use this pattern as well afterwards. And Kat was saying in her live, don't worry about what your paper looks like, because you're going to tear it up maybe anyway. It's just going to make a background. I think some nice colour here. And before this dries, I'm probably going to... Oh, look, I've just got this one. Oh, lovely. Put some paper down on here and see what patterns we get. Let's find a large piece. What have I got? I've got some Gelli paper here. I cut it in half because I'm used to being on the small Gelli plate now. I think these have got a nice beachy feel with the red, with the blue and the... Lovely. It's got a nice texture. I will hang these up. Ooh, lovely, lovely patterns. Let me hang those up and I'll get back to you. I'm going to try and do this in a real time, just with a little bit of time to hang things up. Let's go in at all angles so you can see the crazy, glorious mess that you get in when you start to paint. Right, I think I want to add some more to this one. I'm thinking, what colours does it need? You're probably screaming out to me now what colours you would add. I quite like watching videos or live streams, and even if you haven't got the energy to do some crafting yourself, you're thinking it through. Oh, I think that's the door. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. It was just someone popping round for a cuppa. Let's get back to painting, shall we, Freddie? Right, I'm still trying to make orange. Let's have a look. A different orange, a darker orange. Oh gosh, you need some energy to squeeze the paint out. Ah, dear. mixing it round. I think a bit more red. Now it's going to be very orange. Oh, that's nice actually. I just wanted a little bit there because I'm just going to pick things out. What have I got? Oh, circles in polystyrene. What was I doing? Oh yes, on here. Just adding more and more layers. Oh, I love that. Oh, lovely orange. Oh, very effective. And then we can see what other colours we want to. Oh, let's roll this off because that's a beautiful colour. I'm going to put it with the blue because I think that is so lovely. Nothing's ever wasted. Especially the Gelli paper's so lovely. If you stick it over book pages, so effective. Wow. I'm just going to put some of these circles on the Gelli plate here and let those dry and see if we can pull a print from the Gelli plate. I will attempt it. Let's just use this up. That's great. That's just polystyrene. You can see it more now. It's the paint's on it and it's just scratched with a pen or a pencil. Wow. Oh, such fun. Oh, let's do one of these little index cards. And oh, lovely. We'll make something. We'll make an index card later because I've got some nice seasidey bits. Let's just make sure. I don't like to waste any. Yeah, that's off there. And let's just put some orange round. Now, you'll watch lots of different Gelli printing and painting videos and everybody will have a different take on it. And you will have a different take on it too. Let's just... That's got some gesso on already. Gesso is a white chalky paint. Makes a nice background. Did I get any shapes on there? Probably not. No, but I've got some nice colour. Nice colour. I just need to peg this on my washing line. Let's just pull you over while I do that. Get my pegs out and peg that up. It's like doing the washing. I like hanging the washing on the line actually. Is that going to fall over? No? Everything gets precariously balanced, doesn't it, when we're... Because I've got lights, streaming lights in the background as well. Let's just hang these up. Peg out my washing. Oh. Lovely. So what have we got? I've got an index card to make and I can see something evolving in my wipe off book. I love it because it's got the vintage text behind it. I think this needs some white stripes. Let's get some white here. Some white. It's a little bit transparent for my liking, this white. I wonder, do you know, I think I might put a little bit of, this is my gesso. It's a bit thicker. I'm going to put some, because I use that white on here and it doesn't show up that much. I want some more white on there. Let's that's far too much paint on the jelly plate, but still, hey ho. let's roll some of that off. You can see how one can quite quickly get in a muddle. There we are. Oh, I've got, it's all so exciting. There's some more polystyrene here, and I've just drawn some shapes in that. I'm going to make some stripes here along there. That makes a nice pattern. Pop that there. That's lovely. Let's do some on here, because I'm hoping that this one becomes finished. Finished enough to put some doodles on it. Lovely. Really building that up now. I'm loving that. Where's our index card? You know me, more is more. I love more. There's some on the index card. And let's just pop some more on here. And let's find a nice big piece of paper to mop this up. I thought I just brought in another one of those vegetable papers. Oh, here's one. Oh, the bag's fallen off. Oh, I should put some more on this one. This is quite nice and thick. This would make a nice zine. Of course, it's gone wonky. There we are. Let's burnish it down. Let's just see. That's the great thing about this, because I can't predict what's going to happen. Ooh. Oh, so the blue's behind it, and you've got the white on there. Lovely, lovely. Bit more, maybe. It's probably drying now. That's fine. That will come up in another layer. I love that spiral. Something just so simple. Has that dried? I think it has. Now let's see if we can pull this up. Before I do that, let me get some paper. Is that big enough? Oh, I can do that. And have I got another index card? I have. Yeah, let's do that. We can try. We can only try. I love this one. Let's do that. I don't think I need too much for a pull. Let's roll that on. A little dab will do it. Let's see what comes up off the plate. I can see, I've rolled it until I can see the patterns underneath. Let's just roll that off there. I never like to waste any paint. Sometimes the roll-off pieces, like the drop paper, are the best bits. It's a bit like the packaging when you get a parcel. Oh, we're like big kids, aren't we? Let's burnish this down. And let's just see if we can pull up some of the... Well, no, I don't know where it is now because you tend to just... This spiral. And as you can see, I could be here all day using all these gorgeous bits I've saved. This has been so lovely. Thank you. It was suggested yesterday that I did some jelly plating, and thank you. I had fun. I really have had fun. Make sure you get yourself a cup of tea, and maybe when I start to use these jelly plates, we'll have a cup of tea and sit down and do some gluing together. There we are. I don't know whether I needed to do it that long, but it just felt so relaxing. It really did. Right, let's pull that up. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. And it did. So I put this colour on top, and underneath was the orange swirl, and it pulled it up. So the orange swirl comes to the front and the other goes to the back. That's, oh, wow. There we are. Same with that one. A lovely index card. Oh, we're definitely going to make something with the index cards. I've got one more thing to do before we get to using some of these. I just have, when I look at this, like a little feeling about this. So I'm going to open my lovely drawer and get out my gold paint. I think this will make a nice envelope. And let me put you nearer so you can see what I'm going to do. A little bit of gold. It's very precious. I'm not going to use too much. Let's just even it out a bit. And I'll roll that off. Oh, it's always nice to add a bit of gold. I might add some more. And here with a cork, I carved a stamp. I think I did that. Oh, is that showing up? It's not. I could doodle around it. No, I need to put... Don't be so mean. I need to put more paint. I think when I did it before, I had gold texture paste. Oh, that's better. Can you see what's happening here? I just felt it looked like the stars and stripes. A little nod to the American flag. There's that one. And let's get some of the other, oh, gold to this one. No, that's very summery. So let's just put some gold on here because these stars can be cut out individually or... This is fun. It's like playing post offices when I was a little girl. Lovely. We can cut these out or rip this up. Pages for our journals. I love that. That's all gone. And let's just rub that off. And even when that's dry, that might go in the pile of let's add some more. This flag will take ages to dry because they're nice and gloopy, those stars. Right, I'll clear up a bit and we'll do some sticking. Well, I've got a pile of summer bits and pieces that I've put together. And it's a little bit thin, the index card, so let's find the glue and let's just put two together. Like that. There's the swirly that we made the pattern with. I just think it looks really seasidey. Let's have a little look through the little bits and pieces I put together as I was, ooh. Oh, gorgeous to have a little bit of texture. I was having a clear out. This is what embossed through the machine. It's always lovely to have that little bit of texture on something. Yeah, that could work. I'm going to rehearse things to see what works. Fabric shells. You can see I've been putting things together. Oh, Brighton Rock. Someone brought us back some Brighton Rock. Rock is candy, usually pink. That might be nice. Strawberries at this time of year. Isn't it lovely when you collect bits and pieces? Now it's just a case of finding what works and putting it together. Oh, some paper. That was from Alicia with anchors on. How lovely. Different papers. Oh, I always love to look through a window. Gorgeous. Oh, that's what I like. That shell. How lovely. That's going on there. I love that. Is it going on with that? Yes, I think it is. It's just going to go on there. Oh, lovely. Because that's quite a nice natural seasidey feel to that. Lovely. Let me just see if I've got any other bits and pieces that will pull that together. Haven't thought about this. Oh, fabric, mermaidy fabric. Transparencies. Oh, I don't think of owls at the seaside. I think of seagulls. I think maybe that little boat. I think I need to do some cutting. I'm not a great one for a lot of... Make sure these aren't the fabric scissors. No. That's lovely. How lovely. Yes, I'm loving that. What else have we got? Of course, there are no rights or wrong. Just popping down whatever you feel works. Oh, another lovely window. Look at that. Walking through there. But that's all I had out. Let me just get the folder. Let's see. This is all my summer folder, full of wonderful pictures, and underneath I did have some seagulls there. Yes. I think a lot of this to start with. Ooh, look at that fabric. Oh wow. Right, let's stick some things down, shall we? Oh, look. I'm loving that. That is fab. Will that come apart? Or is that stuck down too well? That Pritt stick is amazing stuff. Yeah, let's just peel that back. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, just a little bit. Let's... Fabric scissors. Oh, no. Where are the fabric scissors? Let's just Oh, wonderful. Candy striped. Oh, that would look good on a Christmas one as well. Let's just sew this on. Let's just do some. This is inspired by Sylvia D. On her prompts this week, she had fabric and large stitches. Isn't it wonderful how we are inspired by? And that obviously went just down into my head, and wow, I love that. Any which way, no right, no wrong. The stitching just adds a lovely texture. Maybe this is the sail of a boat. I don't know. It just... huge stitches. I'm loving that. Oh, wonderful. That was fun to do. Let's just... nothing, no rhyme or reason. Just because we can. Let's glue that down again. This Pritt stick really works well. Put the threads inside. There we are. So on the back of the index card we haven't got the stitching. Oh, I'm loving that. I'm loving the texture of that. I'm just literally going to place this down because I love it. It's obviously some upcycle packaging. Wonderful. And my black and white shell, maybe. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love it. I did have a little boat cut out, didn't I? But I appear to have lost that. Maybe I like the black and whiteness of the seagull. Let's rough cut that out. If you like fussy cutting, and I know a lot of you do find it relaxing, you go ahead. You be you. You be you. Wonderful. Let's stick this down. Keeping it fairly simple. There's my index card. I need some words. I need some backing around there. I need an edge. So I'm going to get my silver paint out and I'm going to put an edge around there. Oh, I know. I've got a seaside stamp a shell stamp that I made maybe last summer, if I can find it. Here it is. Just for some extra texture on there, maybe I will do that stamp. Let me find the ink. Oh, that's all in the drawer. Oh, whoopsie, I knocked you there. Sorry. I'm getting so good at putting everything away, aren't I? Look at me. Oh dear, I've got the brown stays on it here. I don't tend to use black ink. I don't know why. I think it can look effective. Put some brown. It's just literally, can't really see it. Just give some little patterns and waves and a little bit of texture there. I'm just going to rub that over there like that. Like that. Just add a little bit of colour. Pop the lid on so it doesn't dry up. This is just a little scrap of fabric. It's delicious, isn't it? That was probably in a bag from Mountjoy. Let's see if I can find the words to put on here. My little word tin. Oh no, this wasn't, it's not contrived at all. But look, treasures. And isn't it amazing, if we are fortunate enough to go to the seaside, don't we love to collect shells and treasures? Oh, and obviously I'm thinking of summer when I type these out, collecting little treasures. If we don't get to go to the seaside, we collect little treasures on our walks, don't we? Like flowers and cuttings. And if we are not able to go out, we collect little treasures in our minds as we watch videos and get inspired by others. Collecting little treasures. I'm literally just going to put that there. Let me find one of our Gelli prints. Just something simple that we did today. And let's glue that on there, just to get that bit of colour. So we're making Gelli prints and we're using them as well. But we can collect them as well, and look, they make nice pages for journals, our Gelli prints. Tearing that up. Or you can just pet them and look through them. There you go. Does that look? Yeah, I'm just going to put it over that. Oh, it's bounced off. So it's nice for me just to show you some of the things that I might do with the Gelli prints. So there we are. It just needs that. Does it need the silver border? I think it's got the orange border. No, I know. I've got this orange, sorry for reaching over there. I've got this orange shiny pen. So I'm just going to put a little line around there. Lovely. Lovely. That's my index card. And let's make an envelope ready for Happy Mail. So it's an upcycled envelope. The paint hasn't dried yet. This is my American flag that's going to go through the post. I will be doodling a border around here. Do I want to take the edge off? No, because it's quite a nice vintagey colour. So let's just put some glue all on the envelope. And I will, when I go to send it off, I will decorate the border more as well. There we are. So I've made an index card, and it's just the essence of the flag, the stars and stripes there. Still not quite dry. As you can see, I've been doing this in relative real time. There we are. It will look nice with a black border or a blue border, I think. So it's nice to actually make a few bits, and I will say goodbye, but just to this one, for instance, I can come in with my black pen. It's all dry now, and doodle around some of these hearts maybe. Are there more hearts? Yes, there. And more doodling, and this might get even ripped up, but those are the hearts. Oh, there's one here. So that's the sort of thing I get up to in the week. I'm so glad that you could join me. I'm just going to show you, just to demonstrate how I did that, the toucan's eye. Somebody asked me for a little demonstration, and then I will say goodbye. So here's the offcut. And what you do is you twist it and then clip it, and then you pull it over, and then you go in a little bit in here and then under, and then you pull it round and then tighten it up. Oh, keeping it twisted. Probably if you, clip it to there. And then you bring it over again, the thread, and you're going in between these two stitches here. And then you put the thread in just a little bit, pull it round, and there, it's quite easy. And if you can make placemats, coffee mugs, mug rugs, and you can make bowls. I believe this is what Angie has been doing. So you pull the thread over and then come in between these two stitches here. Pop it, just take the top there. And this, I presume, is how you make rag rugs as well. So this is, I just came across this when I was thinking, what am I going to use this for? And of course, this is going to become the eye for my toucan. Okay, I really will say goodbye now. Or shall I show you the toucan? Here he is. Don't say it's going to make, it would make a good cushion, wouldn't it? Next week in my stream, I will go over how I made this raw edge patch. We're going to make, somebody said about making journal covers, so we're going to make some fabric to make into a journal cover or a bag. And here's his eye. And I'll just give you a little close-up because you probably couldn't see it yesterday. It's summer under and summer over. So a lot of basting and tacking down here. So this eye is going to become bigger and bigger. That's just out of scraps. And there he is there. Of course, he blends into the background because that's the way I create. My backgrounds are always very busy. There's little Freddie. Oh, you tired after this morning, Freddie? Did we have a busy morning this morning? Shall we show everybody where we went? We'll say goodbye from here, and Freddie and I will show you where we went this morning. Take care, everyone. Do hope you have a creative week. Wobbly camera work. We're at Alexandra Nurseries, a little urban gem. Let's go inside. Oh, whoopsie. Oh, I'm wobbly because I've got Freddie there. Oh, I love the way they use the stained glass. I love that. An old water tank. Ah, it's lovely. Good morning.
Morning.
Beautiful. It's amazing. Oh, look, a tree fern all ready to go. There's all little nooks and crannies to explore. And it's all in the garden, corner garden of a little house. Well, oh, quite a large house, but amazing. And you can sit down and have a coffee. An old tin bar. And here is the original conservatory shed. And plants for sale in there. And the windows. It's okay, Freddie. Everything is so beautifully displayed. I like this shed too. It's all made from reclaimed windows. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. It's a bit noisy, the traffic's just going by. I think we'll treat ourselves to a plant for the garden. Oh, another little place to have coffee. Oh, it's hard to choose. Where will we have our coffee, Freddie? What a wonderful way to display the plants on the old wooden ladder. Just room for pushchair. Oh, I have to show you all these windows. Oh, beautiful. It's so lovely that they've been saved. This brings back memories. I used to come here after work on a Saturday shift. Back when I was working at the dementia centre. A nice little treat in beautiful surroundings. Oh, there's Freddie. Gently. Gently sitting. Absolutely beautiful. And a little rest, Freddie.